but they are essential to have clear direction and intention on what we want to do, on what we want to achieve, on who we want to be, on how we want to show up. So think about this. Is that something that resonates with you? Is that something that you recognize? The fact that we are basically socialized to be available, to be adaptable, to be accommodating all the time, and where we actually confuse generosity with availability. So let me give you an example. One of my clients works for a big international law firm. She had her first daughter born and she came back from maternity leave. She works at a pretty high level. And the first couple of weeks, there's like a soft landing. But after a couple of weeks, what was happening was that although she made it clear that she left at 5 because she had to pick up her daughter, people started to bring extra work or urgent questions like at 4 p.m. that needed to be finished. Or people started to expect her to sit into meetings at 7 p.m., even if they were very well aware that she has a newborn and that there were arrangements in terms of work. And she did not dare to push that back. So what happened was that she left, she picked up her daughter, she had some time with her daughter, she put her to bed, and at 7 she logged in again, sometimes until 11 or midnight. And it completely exhausted and depleted her, not only because she had no me time, not only because she worked way too long hours and she had sleep deprivation, but also because she was internally tormented, I would say, because she felt it was not right and she did not have the power or the confidence to show up and push back. And so we have been working on that a couple of sessions in order to understand for her why it was so important that people could constantly rely on her. And then we worked also how she could push back in a way that made her feel okay and yet re-educated her team, her co-workers, and her boss. And it was a very reluctant step to say no. And at first, her team members or her colleagues were frustrated, or they didn't understand, or they were disrupted because they just imagined that what they were asking was normal and that she would just do it. And so when she systematically started to say that she wanted to do the work the next morning, and if it was extremely urgent, then she invited people to be basically more aware of the fact that they could ask her to do the work earlier instead of at 4 p.m. in the afternoon.